The former UC Davis student accused of going on a deadly stabbing spree in April, appearing in Yolo County Court again today for the competency trial.
And the outcome is going to determine what happens next for the 21-year-old Carlos Dominguez, who's accused of killing two people in Davis and badly injuring a third.
That's right. ABC 10's Bridget Biorlo joins us live from outside the county courthouse in Woodland this morning. So, Bridget, a lot of new information, understanding coming out of day one of court yesterday, yes?
Yeah, Walt, and we're hearing dueling narratives about Carlos Dominguez's mental competency, and we're hearing it from those who knew him best, his former girlfriend, his college roommates, who all say this is a man who is experiencing steady mental decline and who was often seen talking to himself, often seen looking into the distance for upwards of 20 minutes at a time, just staring into space. They said he also made frequent references about the devil, that he would complain about hearing voices in his head, and the defense says these are all reasons to support the notion that he was suffering from schizophrenia and therefore is not mentally competent to stand trial in his murder case. Yet the prosecution is pushing back on all these claims. They say he is instead toying with the system and is very much aware of what's going on around him. Take a listen to some of the testimony from day one of court.
He had said that the devil was talking to him in his dreams.
Did it ever occur to you that he might have a mental illness?
Yes.
I was with Carlos, and he asked me if I have ever heard voices before.
And how did you respond?
I told him no, and I asked him if he has.
And what did he say?
He said yes.
Did you ever see him where he was completely unable to understand what people were telling him?
Oh, no.
And the central question for the jury to consider in this competency trial is not, is Carlos Dominguez mentally ill? That's not the question here. The question is he alert enough to sit there in court, to hear the testimony, to understand what's going on, to be aware enough for this trial proceeding in a potential murder trial? That's what they're going to have to consider, in addition to the fact that one day prior to the first stabbing, Carlos Dominguez was expelled from school, Walt, in his junior year after studying biological sciences for 3 years. Walt?
Yeah, Bridget, the information we had was he had been kicked out of school and then started the stabbing spree. But before he was kicked out of school, what about his behavior leading up to that point?
The people that knew him best, Walt, those friends you heard from, they're painting the picture that this was a steady, not only mental decline, but also physical decline. Ever since he was a freshman, when they met him, he started losing weight. He wasn't as coherent. He appeared more disheveled. He wasn't showering as much and appearing as hygienic. And most notably, he was progressively withdrawing from them as well as from his family. So everyone was concerned about this, and the jury just has to decide which one is more convincing, which argument, as they decide if he is competent to move forward with that murder